are some more animals laying down up there with the horns. Those are going to be bongo. Both male and female bongo do have those horns, and they're often called the ghosts of the forest because they are so rarely seen. And laying down over there is tan antelope, and those are greater kudu. Specifically female greater kudu because they do not have any horns, and they are often found in groups of 3 to 10. Now both the bongo and the greater kudu, they did have those stripes there on their side, and that is part of that camouflage we were talking about earlier. So when the bongo and the greater kudu run through the forest, those stripes confuse predators with trees, and it helps the bongo and the greater kudu evade those predators. Now we've made our way out of the little Aturi forest, and we're making our way on down to the Safi River, where animals love to spend their time in the water, either on the surface or down below. And on the right-hand side on the island there, you're going to see some pink-backed pelican. They get their name because the skin on their back is pink, and it'll turn a brighter shade of pink during nesting season. And also hanging out over here on the right-hand side is a hippo right at the surface of the water there. Now hippo, they can weigh up to be 5,500 pounds. And as we keep on making our way through the Safi River here, keep an eye out in the water if you can, as you might be able to see some more of those hippo. They are Nile hippopotamuses, and while they can swim, they would much rather prefer to walk or run along the water floor. And when they are fully submerged, they can actually hold their breath for up to 8 minutes, which for reference is a lot longer than I can hold my breath. Now a whole group of hippos is going to be called a bloat of hippos, and they rarely leave the water. They mostly go and do so to go and graze grass, as hippos are herbivores. Now it looks like coming up here there are some more large creatures, some Nile crocodiles. And as we make our way across this bridge, take a peek in the water on the left or the right hand side. You might see some more crocs down there as well.
Oh, he's coming!
Now we're going to be saying a see you in a while, crocodiles, and keep on making our way forward. Those now crocodiles, they are especially large. They can grow up to be 16 feet long, which is about as long as a giraffe is tall. And they also have super strong jaws used to crush the bones of their prey. Now they will also use those very same jaws for good, as when the time comes for a baby crocodile's egg to hatch, both parents will put that egg inside of their mouths and then roll it around to help protect that baby's egg, and then to help hatch it open when the time comes. And now it looks like we are paused here. There might be some animals in the road up ahead. Hopefully we're not in one of our world famous giraffic jams. But soon enough we'll find out. I'll tell you another crocodile fact. Crocodiles, they do not sweat like you or I do. Instead they will keep their mouth wide open to regulate their body temperature that way through the air in their mouth. And in just a moment here, we might be entering the savannah soon. And I think I do see a baobab tree coming up on the right-hand side. You'll see in just a moment. And baobab trees are going to be a good indicator that we're making our way on over to the savannah, as baobab trees are found on savannas. All right, now as we're coming up here, right now on the left-hand side, but then soon on the right-hand side, you might start to see some of those animals there that look like giraffe, and that is because they are giraffe. They're going to be there on that right-hand side, although I expect we'll see a lot more than just that one giraffe today. Now, they're all going to be Maasai giraffe, and that's just one of many different species of giraffe. But now coming up here on the right-hand side, an animal with the really large horns. Now, that's an Ankole cow. Ankole cattle are also sometimes called Watusi cattle, named after the tribe that first domesticated them. Looks like there's another one coming up there on that right-hand side as well. And then coming up here on the left-hand side is a predator's den. Now we'll see if we can spot any African painted dogs hanging around here. Now they are tan, black, and white, and they are excellent hunters because they hunt as a pack. And when they hunt as a pack, they have a 90% success rate, which is a lot higher than any of the big cats like lion or cheetah. So they are really using teamwork to make that dream work. And now coming up here on the left-hand side is going to be another view of another Ankole cow and those super large horns. Now those horns may look super heavy, but they're actually only about 10 pounds. Those horns are almost hollow. They are filled with a honeycomb-like structure of blood vessels, which will help with blood circulation. Help keep those ankole cattle cool or warm. Behind those termite mounds, there are going to be those 3 sable antelope. Now, sable antelope are the emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve because they are one of the only antelope that when faced with fight or flight, they choose to fight, and they use those horns there that curve back toward predators from off their back. It's pretty awesome. Some more ankole cattle there on that right-hand side. Now, each of their horns has a unique configuration that they grow in. Some of them grow in kind of more of a circular shape versus some grow in a V shape as well. Coming up here past these termite mounds, behind this one is going to be an eland. That's that tan antelope there with the horns. Now, both male and female eland do 6 feet tall at the shoulder there. They do have a flap of skin under their neck. It's called a dewlap, and that's going to be used to help regulate their body temperature as well. And on the right-hand side, it's going to be another ankole cow. Now, they do also have dewlaps as well, so those flap of skins underneath their neck there to help regulate their body temperature. They have those really large horns, which will help out, as well as those dewlaps.
I think it's right there.
And coming around the corner, here's going to be another eland. Now, actually, fun fact, from a standstill, an eland can hop 8 feet in the air, which means that eland right there could hop right into the truck if they wanted to. And it looks like soon enough we're going to be getting a closer view of all of these giraffes. And also coming up here on the hill are going to be some wildebeest. They're the grayish animals that are laying down up there. And wildebeest are part of the Great Migration, with 1.5 million wildebeest migrating every year. So many wildebeest will migrate all at once that they will form such a large dust cloud that that dust cloud can be seen all the way coming up. But then those wildebeest here are going to be on the right-hand side, laying down on this hard hill here. There they are. Now there's all of those giraffes that are making their way in and out of the road there. I think there's more than 4 actually. We'll have to come up and take a look and see. Now these giraffes, they do love to eat. They'll spend about 20 hours a day just eating or looking for food to eat, with only about 30 minutes of resting. And they won't even do those 30 minutes all at once. They'll do 2 minutes here, 4 minutes there, which does make them excellent power nappers. Now it looks like we are experiencing what those other trucks have experienced, which is going to be those giraffes there crossing the road, answering our age-old question of why did the giraffe cross the road? And it's probably to go and find some more delicious food to eat. Now these giraffes, they do have those very large tongues, that trait they share with the okapi. Those tongues are about 18 inches long, which on a fully grown human person is about from your elbow all the way to the tip of your middle finger. Wow, they almost look real. No, that's real giraffe, I promise. Baby giraffe will be up and walking, which I do find quite impressive, considering I wasn't even up and walking within an hour of waking up this morning. Now looks like there's those wildebeest again on that left-hand side. Now a whole group of wildebeest is called a confusion of wildebeest. And a whole group of giraffe is called a tower of giraffe. Giraffe can also reach up to speeds of 35 miles an hour. So maybe if they were all running at you, you might call it a tower of terror. Thank you. And now it looks like we're coming into another watering hole here. We'll see what kind of animals we can spot out here. I do see an elephant straight ahead through my windshield here, and maybe as we make our way around the corner, we'll get another look at it as well. Now I can't tell that that's an African elephant because their ears are so conveniently shaped like the continent of Africa, and because we are in Africa. Next we are coming up here to another group of animals here, a whole group of flamingo. And a group of flamingo is called a flamboyance. So we're looking at a flamboyance of flamingo. Now this is the greater flamingo species, which means that they are the largest of all flamingo. And then all the way straight back there to the right of the baobab tree, you might see that African elephant again. See those tusks sticking out there? Now when any flamingo hatches, they are actually more of a gray color and it's quite fluffy. It'll take about 2 years to form that pink color that you see. And that's because of their diet, which contains a lot of shrimp. And inside of that shrimp is a substance known as beta-carotene, which is what's going to help transform those flamingo into their pink color.
What's this?
And next we're going to be coming up to a mud wallow here. On that left-hand side, you might see one more African elephant there as well. You might also notice that that elephant does have some dirt on their back, and that is going to be to help protect their sensitive skin from the sun. They'll take their super strong trunks and fling some dirt up onto their back to accomplish that as well. Now elephants, they do have very strong trunks. In just their trunks, they have 40,000 muscles, which is a lot more muscles in just those trunks than humans have in our entire bodies. We only have about 650 muscles in our whole body. And next we're going to be coming into some predator hunting territories. We'll see if we can spot some spots, as cheetah are known to hang around these parts. Now cheetah are the fastest animal on four legs. They can reach up to speeds of 60 miles an hour for a short distance.
Cheetah! Oh gosh!
Cheetah, they can reach 60 miles an hour in about 2 to 3 seconds if she's walking. And they can hold that for a few hundred yards. Looks like there are some more cheetah lying down here on the left-hand side there as well.
Oh, right there!
Now cheetah, they are one of the only predators to hunt during the day, and they do have teardrop black markings on their face to help block the sun, in the same way that softball players and football players will wear eye block under their eyes to help block the sun as well. Now a whole group of cheetah is called a coalition of cheetah. But I will let you in on a little secret. All of the cheetah out here on the reserve, they are all girls and they are all sisters, which I do believe makes them the cheetah girls. Now next we're coming up to some Kopi rocks here. Now Kopi rocks are those rock formations there on the left-hand side, and they are also loved by predators as they make for a pretty good vantage point to be able to see down upon their prey. There on that right-hand side sitting down is an ostrich. Now that ostrich, they are the fastest thing on two legs. Reaching up to speeds of 40 miles an hour. And yes, on that left-hand side, it looks like there are those two lion there. That male lion does have that mane, and the female lion does not. And the mane is really quite heavy. It can weigh up to be 20 pounds. Also coming up here on the right-hand side are some white rhino, but I do suspect we'll see those animals again as well as we make our way around the corner, so you can keep looking at those lions. So female lion being faster than male lion, and they will be the ones to go out and do most of the hunting, while male lions will stay at home with the cubs and the rest of the pride. The pride being what a group of lion are called. Lions will spend about 16 to 20 hours a day just lying around and do most of their hunting at night. Their horns there, those are made out of keratin, which is the same material that's in your hair and fingernails. And they're going to have a very wide upper lip, which is going to be used to graze some grass off the ground. And it also looks like, coming up here, there are some ostrich eggs in the grass. Now those look very large, which makes sense for the world's largest bird. Looks like they're on the right-hand side, just to the right of that dirt path there in the grass. Each one of those eggs can weigh up to be 3 pounds, which is about the same weight as 2 dozen chicken eggs. 2 dozen chicken eggs is about half as much as Gaston eats every morning. And it can be said that one fully grown human person on the warden's porch and on the roof there and on their truck, my goodness, they're really taking over. Now these goats, they are very playful animals, and they do help out the warden by providing milk to be sold at local markets, as well as being natural lawnmowers. And if you are interested in maybe petting some of these goats, I would check out the affection section over at Rafiki's Planet Watch. That's just going to be a short 5-minute train ride.